Were you stopped by police for jaywalking?
Yes.
Did you have a crack pipe on your person?
Michigan DUI lawyer. That is a stitch of a judge that I go in front of all the time. Judge Elizabeth DeSanto in the 27th District Court in Wyandotte, Michigan. That attorney, I don't know who that attorney is. I can only guess that it's the court-appointed lawyer for the day. His client was charged, 21 years old, with possession of drug paraphernalia and loitering where drugs are found. She was already facing a potential bond violation at that time, so she was in trouble. And the attorney did such a terrible job with the case, she went to jail. That little bit that I stitched established that the factual basis for this case was that she was stopped by Wyandotte police officers for jaywalking. They conducted a pat-down, at which time they found drug paraphernalia in her pocket. So here's the thing. A pat-down is a warrantless search conducted like a Terry frisk. And it can only be done if an officer reasonably believes that the person is possessing weapons and that there's some reason to search the person, to pat them down. How does a 21-year-old young lady jaywalking create that reasonable suspicion? I don't think that it's there. But more importantly, when they do pat a person down, if they feel something that they might identify as potentially narcotics or something like that, that's not a weapon. You don't get to just reach in and pull it out. Now, I don't know all the facts of this case, but when you've got a client who's already in trouble and you're just pleading them guilty at the earliest possible opportunity, and that person ends up going to jail, well, there's another problem with it too. This is a non-serious misdemeanor under Michigan law, and there is a presumption of no jail and no probation. So not only could the case have been challenged, and there's a presumption of no jail and no probation, but get this. The judge asks her, if we test you right now, what will you test for? What will you test positive for? And she's very reluctant to make this admission. And her attorney decides at that moment that now is a perfect opportunity for him to exercise his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And he does not properly advise her to shut up, to remain silent, to exercise her right to not incriminate herself in front of the judge. And she makes an admission to the judge as to what she'll score positive for, and she goes to jail. Hey, whoever that attorney is, great job there, Slick. Good job.